Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our group oral presentation. My name is Grizzy and this is JoJo. Next one. Our event today that we will discuss about the release of the new Apple iPad that just occurred like a few weeks ago that we all know about this. And the question we will answer after this presentation is how was such a simple message from Apple can develop so many rumors around it? And what is the reason for the awesomeness of Steve Jobs' presentation? You guys may think these two questions really haven't made sense yet, but we will discuss about it more later on during the presentation. And to answer the two questions, we will cover this theory, model of communication, expanded, perception, rumor, feedback, communication channel, nonverbal communication. And all of our theory that will be backed up by, journal article. So I will start with model of communication. So because we all know this thing, I know we all know this thing. So we will just point out as something that important that I think some of you may haven't think about it, and some really important thing that relevant to this topic. So we know this, but we learned a lot of different theory during the class, but some of you haven't maybe noticed that every theory that we learned so far actually apply under all of these elements. So for example, we learned nonverbal communication that actually we apply for the encoding and the message process. That's what we did for the message. So that's just a quick notes for you guys. So what do you think is the purpose of communication? So the communication, mostly the purpose when you do communication, when you got communication skill, is to get the message to be understood correctly what you want, the intended way. And to all the elements in this model affect that. But not all the elements is, similar. Some of the element is internal element. We can control it. For example, the sender is us. The encoding process, the message process, the channel selection, we can control that. But noise, decoding, post-editing, and the sender, we cannot do anything about it. It's all about external factor. So, but today we won't focus on noise. We only focus on decoding and post-editing. So, what do you think affect the different between, decode and post-editing? It's the perception. We all got different perception, and that makes we decode a message differently. So we will start with perception. But before we start, we will show you the message that Apple sent so far. And this is the invitation Apple sent around for the developer, for the one who want to go to the event. This, you can see it's not that much, it's just an image and really short word that have not that much meaning. Okay, so now we will start with perception.
Just make sure you remember this picture as it will help you later on.
Okay, so this is the research from Russia. It's really quick and really straightforward, so I don't think I need to explain a lot about it. So perception is the way people perceive, and it's a process, and the process generates an outcome. And a perception process is when people attain the stimuli, and stimuli is what makes us interesting. A stimuli will be different for people. Maybe for me, remember for the clip about Russia, my stimuli is the girl. But maybe for the old man, the stimuli will be Putin. Or maybe for a poor guy, he will more about the iPad, things like that. And after we attend to specific stimuli, we will formulate the conclusion about them. And based on the different perception, we will attend to different stimuli and different conclusion. And this vary among person to person. That I just mentioned before. The way a person focuses and interprets on something is totally different with others. For example, the invitation for Apple. Some of us, we don't care about it. And some of us, we really care about it. But even if we both care about it, maybe I like it, I care about it, and JoJo care about it too, but the way we interpret it will be different. If I'm an Apple fan, I will be like, oh, this will be really interesting, I will absolutely stay all night to watch this. And maybe for an anti-Apple fan, he will be like, will be another fashionable product that's really expensive but not that much feature and things like that. That's the difference in perception. So why is it different? It's because the difference in culture, language, behavior, and a lot more. And now JoJo will give you some example and more explanation about how this can create difference in perception.
So yeah, like he said, these three factors are, I think, the most influential factors to affect how people perceive things. And the first one, I would say culture maybe. Different cultures shares different beliefs. When I believe in something, maybe other cultures don't. For example, some parts of Asia, a country, they eat all sorts of insects, I think. And we don't do that in our culture. We think of that as a bit disgusting. And that's why we perceive food differently within other people. Language also, different language means different countries, different beliefs, different cultures. And other behaviors also, the way we act, the way we dress perhaps. And also some more will be background. One of the questions will be asked maybe like, how about if all of them, the same culture, we speak the same language, we live in the same neighborhood, similar behavior, but then different background, it will be different. That everybody will have different perception of something else. Background, what I mean like rich people, poor people, the way they see money is different. We think, well, normally $100 a week is normal, but for other people it can be too much or something else. So money varies as well. And in order to prove that people are different, people share different perceptions and stuff like that, we have a few activities to do. Go ahead.
Okay, just one more additional thing you want to add. If you guys are not so clear about language, so most of you guys here are in part 2, semester 2, so you can remember the management 1 when we learn about hot step, when we use the individual and collectivist, it's different in language. I won't mention it again here. So this is some of the activity to see perception. So
have fun.
Please attend. So tell me what you see in the picture.
An old and a young woman.
Okay, so how many people here see an old woman? Raise your hands up, please. An old woman.
First thing you have when you see this old woman.
Yeah. The first thing you see in the old woman.
First time is the woman.
The young lady.
Okay, so how many of you guys here see the young?
I see both.
Most of you see a young. So actually, this picture you can see in different point of view, or maybe I should say perception. And some will see the old woman, some will be the young woman. So who can only see one? Raise your hand up. So do you see the young or the old one?
Young one. No, young one.
The young one. So let's imagine it. Now you take a farther look and imagine this in the mouth. This is the nose.
Just look everything as a whole.
Yeah,
that is the chin.
Yep, that is the chin. So you see it now? Yeah. So next is a couple of examples, but it's clearer in this one.
Now this one, what do you say?
A man.
A man playing saxophone or face
A
of
man
lady?
and a face of woman.
I think this one's pretty clear.
Yeah. But
Different people, yeah, 2 point of views. So, what about this one? Face of an old man or mermaid?
A
Both.
fish. A fish.
it's a mermaid, not a
You see
fish.
from here?
It's like.
A mermaid.
See from here?
Yeah, I know.
Around the ocean with the face.
I mean, I saw both.
Yeah. So we got 2 more examples, but the example is more for gentlemen in this class. The 2 pictures to see if you guys are dirty guy or
This
not.
one's just for fun.
You, I don't think the girl will like it, but tell me what you see in this thing. Tell me.
Dolphin.
Yeah, dolphin. Yeah, like I
And
believe that.
two.
To be honest with you, first
Human.
time I saw it, I saw them.
Okay, this one is quite popular, but the next one, this one more time only for the gentleman. Tell me what you see in this picture.
Flowers.
It's a tree. It's a
Flower.
grass.
Flower.
Yeah, flower
It's
or
flower.
something.
And I know what you guys thinking. Don't worry.
Most of the guys are thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start with rumor now, and we will link it to perception later on because it all linked together.
No, it's fun stuff, right? So rumors, I'm sure all of you know rumors. It's all over the news if you see it. I think it's pretty clear. It's rumors are not accurate. It can be true, it can be not true. You see,
If you
That's why it's
believe
called
that
rumors.
is true, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on your perception. If you believe it's true, it's true. For some people, it's not true. It's distorted, meaning it's doubtful, uncertain, twisted, and all that. And it can be sometimes be too exaggerated. So, too exaggeration. Most likely in the entertainment world, where, you know, celebrity A is in love with celebrity B, and then she got fat, and people starting to ask this question, so is she pregnant, or any kind of that thing. It's rumors. It can be true or not true, who knows? So yeah, rumors will most likely to arise in situations where people is making such a big deal on it. It won't happen if people don't really care about rumors at all in the first place. So as I said, it's doubtful, lack of facts. There's not enough facts for rumors to, you know, to happen. It's doubtful, and there are no explanations available. The question will be like, I think all of you know this. December 12th, 2012 will be the end of the world. Is that true or not? That is, these sort of questions are like, you know, not enough facts. We don't know. There's no explanation available, and you know, there's discussions, there's debates, and all that. And
let me link back to Apple. So first, I will start this point. You know, situation that are personally relevant. So what is personally relevant? Now we link back to perception. As I said before, something will be relevant to me but not to you. So that's why our perception. That's why we start with the perception. So the lack of fact, therefore explanation are not available. So you can see at the invitation of Apple, there's nothing about it, just a picture, an angle of the iPad with the hand, and just really short word like, we have something for you to see and touch. That's it. So it's lack of fact. We don't know, is it a new iPad or just an upgrade or just something about software. It's doubtful and no explanation. They say nothing except that message.
so we did some research on it. We found that rumors are developed by relevant people, which is, if people making a big deal on it, then rumors will happen. In widespread discussion and debate. That means we're unsure of the question, of the answers. If there is discussion and debate, of course, it can be true, it can be not true. If it's true, if there is an exact answers, then it won't be called rumors in the first place. So.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine law for rumors. There's also this principle of rumors to happen. The more important the topic is to people, and the more doubtful the situation is, the more likely a rumor will happen in the first place. So that was done by this guy.
Let me explain this more. So we can divide this law in two parts. The topic to the people and the situation. So it comes from two sides. The topic to the people, now is the receiver. So once again, it's linked back to perception. The more important, how is it important to you? Even if we both Apple fans, but the important to each of us is going to be different. And the doubtful situation is now it's more about the message from the sender. So you can see now it comes from Apple. I just want to make it more clear. And now I will show you a picture of how, from the invitation, such a simple thing, people create rumor about it. Just from this, and they get so many points about it. And you can see, as you read them, you can see, because now the iPad 3 is already come out, you can see some of them is right, but some of them is wrong. It's rumor. And everybody read it just from some really tiny clue that I cannot even see in the picture. And they still see that. For example, it's like, they say, here, the word you contains 3 letters, and that 3 words in front of it, so it means iPad 3 gonna come out. What kind of rumor is that? It's stupid, I mean. Yeah, but they still read a lot about it, and this is come from, that's the source of the website called the Mac. You guys can check it out later.